watching what Jayden Daniels did this year, watching the Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen rivalry, if you want to call that, Josh hasn't beat the nigga in the playoffs. But do you like what chances do you like of Caleb and Jayden being able to make this the rivalry of the NFC? Because there's no rivalries here.
I fully expect that. Because I see, all due respect, fuck Chris Canty.
Yeah,
all due respect.
Fuck
Chris Canty.
Fuck Chris Canty.
The reason why I say that shit is because I understand you saying shit to get calls and get people riled up. But for him to call Caleb Sam Bowie, the Bears drafted Sam Bowie twice. You have to know and understand that Sam Bowie was an injury-prone center who did have a long 10, I think he had a 10, 11-year career. But he was an injury-prone center. Add context to your shit, and you can still get what you need to get out of it, unless you flat out tell us that Caleb is not going to be a good NFL quarterback. Let me first say this. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if Jayden Daniels have a better career than Caleb Williams. I care that Caleb Williams have a great career. That's it. Not comparing him with anybody else. As long as Caleb Williams has a great career with the Chicago Bears, I am okay. But with that great career, he's going to need a rivalry. He's going to need somebody that is he's going to need a Troy Aikman needed Steve Young. Even on the outside, non-divisional, Joe Montana needed Dan Marino.
Yep.
Right? Like Brett Favre needed to see Steve Young and Troy Aikman. And the rivalry for us when it comes to quarterbacks is Tom Brady and Peyton Manning.
Yep.
Peyton Manning has one ring, I'll just say, with the Colts. He has one ring with the Colts. Do we go around and we look at Peyton Manning as a failure with the Colts? No. He has 2 in his career. I don't give a damn if Tom Brady got 7. I'll take the 2. And he can have him whatever career he wants to, but I'll take those 2. That's what these 2 are. They are joined at the hip. And when you're 1 and 2, joined at the hip. The last 2 Heisman Trophy winners joined at the hip. Well, before this year, joined at the hip. The expectation for the Bears is to have a decent season. Caleb threw over 3,500 yards, 20 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, something like that.
Yep.
We can definitely see improvement from that with Ben Johnson. He could throw for 4,000 yards for the first Bear to do that. And then let's not get it mixed up. If you look at the history of the Bears, there's always been some type of rivalry between the Bears and the Redskins / Commanders.
Yep.
Go look at the 80s. Go ask any old Bear. Outside of the Bears Packers, they hated them damn Redskins. The last game that correct me if I'm wrong, but the last game that Walter Payton played was against the Washington Redskins at home. They lost a game where they was favored at.
Yep.
They hate the Bears. Doc Walker, former Redskins great, part of the Hogs, tight end, told me, fuck the Bears. I hate the Bears. I hate Soldier Field. I hate that cold-ass stadium. I hate that win. When we played them, we always wanted to beat them because of who they were. They talk about the 85 Bears more than they talk about the Redskins, and the Redskins / Commanders has more titles in the 80s than the Bears do.
In the entire existence.
So,
I agree 100%, and I'm expecting a big season of Caleb. Like I said, I'm not giving win predictions. I'm doing none of that. Now, check back with me in July when I probably came back from week 1 of camp like, oh, niggas are squabbling. Like, but I plan on not giving any win predictions. I don't care who they sign in free agency. I don't care what happens in the draft. But I fully expect Caleb Williams to take the jump. And this will be No excuses. And now here's the caveat. If Ryan Poles actually surrounds him with a half decent offensive line, because I do not feel the offensive line is getting fixed in one season, in one off season. I just do not see that happening. Like you said, Bang, I think this is a 2-year thing before the offensive line is okay, one of the best in the league. Hopefully, if it gets to that, I believe Trey Smith hit his free agency when I see it. I don't believe like offensive linemen are like quarterbacks. Very rarely do they hit the market. So that I gotta see. But if there's a half decent offensive line around Caleb, there's no excuses. You got your head coach, who Caleb said himself he wanted. We all wanted. You got a nice offensive staff, JT Barrett, Antoine Randall. You've got all that around to where it will be nobody but him. And I truly expect him to take it to the next level. And the door is open. And this is no disrespect to Jalen Hurts. We just gave him a lot of praise in the first hour. I don't see him being as a rival to Jayden in the quarterback duel aspect, just because I don't see him being as talented as a Jayden Daniels. Like, I believe the Eagles are going to be the team that you got to go through for both the Commanders and the Bears. Obviously, they're the gold standard in the NFC, and even more so for the Commanders because they're in the same division. So they're going to have to deal with them niggas forever. And if the Bears, you're trying to get to the Super Bowl, you're going to have to deal with the Eagles too. But when it comes to quarterback, it's set up perfectly. Like I said, the last 2 Heisman winners before Travis Hunter. So 2 of the last 3 Heisman winners, the last 2 quarterbacks to win it. They're going to be joined at the hip forever. And like you said, Bank, I don't need him to be better than him. If he can, awesome. But do you think that Eli Manning lose sleep at night knowing that he's not a better quarterback than Phillip Rivers? No. What does the jewelry say, my nigga? Like do you think that all these, I'm trying to think of another comparison of quarterbacks were ended up the same. Like the Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning's not a better quarterback than Tom Brady. I think he sleeps pretty good with his 2 championship rings.
Ben Roethlisberger too.
Ben Roethlisberger. You know what I'm saying? Drew Brees. Like, I don't need him to be better. I just need him to be in that conversation, and I see no reason why he can't. And I'm telling you what's going to be a Monday Night Football game next year. That game in DC is going to be Monday Night Football. They're not putting that on Thursday Night Football. That is going to be a Monday Night Football game in DC. This is going to be a story forever, and especially if both teams start hot. That's going to be a big game right there.
Like, to me, the Bears Commanders has the potential of being this generation's Cowboys and 49ers.
Yeah, potential. Yeah.
It has the potential to do that. And if Ben Johnson is who he say is, like, look, there's not been one. The only thing that scares me about the Ben Johnson thing is there's not been one former coach that's been like, nah, I don't think the Bears made a mistake. Like, when you got Mike Martz, like, yo, he's a genius, that could be a little bit scary because we don't necessarily fuck with Mike Martz like that. But
my issue is Mike Martz. He traded you to Greg Olsen. I will hang that over his head forever.
Hey, again, like, look, this is who.
I want to know what Belichick thinks. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I do.
When Belichick get back on Pat McAfee, Pat need to ask him that.
But when you look at all of these coaches, like, yo, y'all got the Wonderkin, y'all got the next Bill Walsh and all of those. Now, that makes me scared. But when you look at the potential of what this could be, I hope Jayden Daniels is successful for the next 15 years. Because I hope that Caleb Williams is successful for the next 15 years. Why? Because outside of that, ladies and gentlemen, outside of Bears Packers, I want the Bears to be geared up for another real, true rivalry. And if that is the Commanders, then shit, let's do it.
So cool. Triple double hat trick, I know the code too. Ice trade, go for trade, yeah, we cold too. Getting paper on these player haters, old news, money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not